I'm bored. 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 Do I have this on the right audio setting? Let's take a look. Let's take a look, kids, shall we? Yeah, I am on the. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay. Bored. Bored. I was going to write today. And then I thought about how much thought and like that took. And writing is becoming more taxing as I get older. I don't know why I could do it when I was younger. Never liked writing anyway. And then as the day went on, I caught up. All of Asshole Consulting is done. All of it's done. How in fuck's name do we already have 8 viewers? What are you guys doing? 9. Are you guys like sitting there like snipers waiting for me to come out? 12. 13. Here we go. All right. All right. The Cappy Cappites are out. 15. There we go. Drive it up to 1,000. The old Capmeister was bored this afternoon. Make sure I got the. All right, there we go. I'm still managing, still learning the audio quality. New microphone setup. But I got bored. My God, was I bored. I caught up with Asshole Consulting. It wasn't a lull, but there was a slowdown in Asshole Consulting. And thank God, because then I could do other stuff. And I was like, do I want to go write a post? And I have a post that's turning out way more dark than I want it to be. I was just kind of like, yeah, I can't. No, not now. I need a little bit of happiness because there has not been sun in Minnesota probably for the past week and a half, 10 days. There is absolutely no sun. And so it's been one of those days where it's been several of those days where you just kind of like, I don't feel like doing anything. I just don't. And it's bad. It's bad. If you don't get the sun, oh my gosh, humans need, this is why the Latin cultures are more happy. This is why everybody who hangs out near the equator are happier, funner people. Mediterraneans, the Italians, bibbity boppity boppity boopity. And then the Scandinavians and the Swedes are a bunch of stick in the muds. It's true. It's true. The sun is absolutely necessary. This is why Atham, is he even on? Did he fucking make a super chat donation already? Hang on. Let me find him. Hang on. No, he hasn't. Thank God. He's already. Look at you guys. Look at you guys. You're already here in the super chat. Hi, Aaron. Do you like spicy memes? Carlos, he's working. John Flynn sitting at the desk. Justin Yang, he's at college downtime. John Flynn, give me a notification on my desktop. Sup, Captain? Nick. Oh, Nick. Nick is there. Don't want to miss a drunk Cappy before it gets taken down. No, it's not. I'm not drunk Cappy. I'm just bored out of my mind. They went out there supposed to be until they saw Captain Cappy. Nah, I'm just bored. I'm bored. It's dark out here, guys. Oh my God, we haven't seen the sun in literally 10 days, and it got to one of those points where it's you just not only do you not feel like doing anything, but you forgive yourself for not doing anything. Like I have just sat and watched TV. I watched we binged on Mission Impossible a little bit last night. And there really isn't anything else to do. It's just, it's not right not having the sun. The Mediterranean equatorial people are 100% correct. You need the sun. If it says the dawn of time, man has wished to burn out the sun. That was Charles Montgomery Burns from The Simpsons. But anyway, it's good to be here. I needed to. Have you ever been to England before, Cappy? No, Rafay, I have not. But I don't want to go. I've been to Seattle. I don't need to go. I do not need to go to England. That is one of those places where it's like, yeah, no. Even though I thought I was Irish and I wasn't, I don't have any desire to visit Northern Europe. I can't think of a more depressing place than Northern Europe. What do? You go to Iceland. That's an island that's about to blow up because of all the volcanoes. That doesn't sound appetizing at all. It just looks dank and dark and sad and depressing. Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, Finland. That doesn't look appetizing at all either. England doesn't look. Even Ireland. No, I don't. No. The captain likes the sun. The captain enjoys warmer climes. I would most associate with the Utah Indians. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's UTE, Utah or Ute Indians, which the Navajos descended from originally. And those guys had it right. They had it right down in Southwest America before it was even America. They knew they had the greatest real estate. They're hanging out near Las Vegas on the Colorado River and the San Juan River. Those guys had it. Like, why the fuck should we be cold? Oh, is it hot? Well, I guess I'll just hide underneath this cliff. I guess I'll just like jump into this river here and cool the fuck down. Try to figure out what the hell they ate out there. They didn't do agriculture. Like if you look at Utah, there's not a lot of farms. That's not a great agrarian culture there. What the heck did the Indians eat? There wasn't no buffalo out there either. Maybe antelope? Maybe. I have to look into it. So this is the random board. There's Atham. There's Atham, that no good, dirty Mexican. So it is the random Aaron's board, Cappy's random board during the afternoon podcast. Let's get through some articles that I wanted to get through. They're not there. Because we haven't really done a me solo podcast. It's always been I've been experimenting with the Asshole Consulting live. But there's been so much stupid in the world. This is from NewYorkPost.com. NewYorkPost.com is not a legitimate news source. But even if half of this is true, this is from 2016. Why am I getting this now if this is from 2016? I'll read it anyway. Now you can go adulting school. Yes, really. It's not that hard to figure out how to fold a fitted sheet. I don't even know what a fitted sheet is. Google it and you get 2 million results. There are more than 35,000 results on YouTube, with the top video clocking more than 15 million views. But it is one of those basic life skills that, along with cooking dinner, figuring out health insurance, and changing a flat tire, falls within the world of adulting, a self-deprecating term used to describe the vast universe of things millennials should know how to do but probably don't. The adulting school. Is this like a real thing? Hang on, let's take a look. Is this still up? Article's 2 years old. The adulting school. Oh, no, it's down. It's down. This is some kind of East Indian Pakistani thing now. All right. It is no more. Which, once again, argues why I should have the New York Post. Do I want to read through this if the site is down? In November, the school hosted a $30 a ticket summit that features 6 experts who taught workshops on meditation techniques, managing debt, and finding a side income. Managing debt. How about you spend less than you? How hard is that? You spend less than you make, people, and you pay your debts down. I don't know how much further. I mean, Dave Ramsey's got to be. I don't know how he remains so Christian and nice. I don't know how he remains so Christian and nice. Because that guy's got to be like, how fucking simple is it, people? You spend less than you make and you pay down your debts. Period. End of discussion. The founders are readying an online subscription service slated in launch in January, where a monthly fee will give students access to a catalog of mini courses and how-to videos such as how to fold a fitted sheet. Users can search through different verticals and find experts who have developed courses like 101 investing and basic budgeting. Yeah, but the website's gone. This is why I don't like the NewYorkPost.com. This is why I don't like the Daily Mail. This is clickbait. Somebody sent it to me. They didn't check the date. I didn't check the date. I'm like, oh, okay, this would be interesting. And then I scanned through. I'm like, okay, this is like legit. We'll talk about it. It's 2016 and the company's already defunct. Already defunct. Which is, it's good news. You know, maybe people aren't that crazy. Maybe they don't need an adulting school, although I think the millennials do. All right, let's go. God damn it, Noah. Don't give me no fucking super chats this early in the morning. God darn it. Noah says, changed my oil for the first time, 1,000 man points. I will determine how much man points are allocated for basic stuff like that. That's 1,000 points, yeah. I'll grant you that. That was 1,000 man points. If you change your own oil. That's legit. Okay, all right. Hang on. I did want to talk about this article. This is basically Cappy's broadcast where I want to talk about this article. Site here. No, not that one. Don't want that one. It doesn't matter how many windows I got. From Bloomberg News. Business, Bloomberg. Wow. Are they going to make this play an automatic video that I didn't want them to? Oh, they're going to make this happen. Oh, this website's already acting extra special. Kuanta. Ha 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 ha. No more dinners with female colleagues. Don't sit next to them on flights. Book hotel rooms on different floors. Avoid one-on-one meetings. In fact, as a wealth advisor put it, just hiring a woman these days is an unknown risk. It is. Did you girls think that all this constant crying wolf and false accusations and victimhood politics didn't have a downside? Are you women unaware of the balance of Zen and equilibrium in the universe? You think there wasn't going to be a downside to this fake rape shit? The more you make yourself a liability, the more drama and antics, the more you rock the boat, the less people are going to want to hire you. I don't know how. God almighty, what do you do with millennial women? How do you hire them? I mean, you really do have to just basically like, yeah, you're in CSR and HR and we'll leave the real. I bet you this. I bet you that is how it works. Because you cannot mix modern day younger women with the men who actually do the real work. Now, you could get an accountant, you could get a real engineer, the women who actually do have real jobs and real careers. And God bless you. We love you here over at Cappy Cap. We do love you that. But just to make it so that there isn't the nerdy IT guy asking out the hot HR girl, you have to keep them separate. I bet you if you looked at corporate employers' physical layout, the nerdy guys are kept way the fuck away from the hot chicks in HR and marketing. I guarantee you there's physical barriers, like they're on the separate floors. You don't do. I guarantee you that's it. I guarantee you that's what it is. And you gals, I don't even have to read through the article. You know where I'm going with on this article already. But you know, you made it risky hiring you girls. You made it that you're just this lawsuit waiting to happen because you have the victimhood mentality. I can't blame this unknown wealth advisor, as he puts it. Just hiring a woman these days is an unknown risk. I am so happy. I'm an army of one. I'm an employer of. I'm a company of one person. Me. There's no payoff. There's no bribery. I have the best boss in the world. I have the best employees in the world, and there ain't no girls that are going to sue me for sexual harassment. What if she took something he said the wrong way? Across Wall Street, men are adopting controversial strategies for the Me Too era and in the process making life even harder for women. No, men are reacting to what you girls did. You girls brought this upon yourself. Don't even act like feminism was about equality. Do not even act like it wasn't just some victimhood politics. You girls made it very difficult to employ you. You made it very hard. And dude, I love the individual more than anyone else. I love individualists. I love the individual. I really worship and praise women who are the engineers. And there's unfortunately women who are going to suffer. But you leftist women, and that's you because you're professional victim whores, you brought this upon yourself. 36-year-old accusation on Brett Kavanaugh. And you think there wasn't going to be a cost or consequence. I mean, because you can legislate, you can make all the rules and the policies and the whatever you want in your life. Go ahead, make all the rules you want. You can't make men on a micro psychological private level hire women. You can't. You just can't. And now that you've made it, you know, you're fine. You're victims. Okay, All right. Now you really are going to be victims. Now you really are. And I agree that this will unfairly affect women. It should not affect women this way, especially meritocratic women who worked hard and became accountants and engineers and doctors and so absolutely. But now, because of your sisters, ladies, because you can't go and govern your own, you got to all be part of the hive. Because there's a hashtag, you all got to support the crew. You got, team vagina. You want to go and all right, fine. You're not, I don't care what the laws are. I don't care what laws are passed. I don't care if it's right or wrong. It is wrong. But this is the result. This is the result. Men are afraid of you. Congratulations. Congratulations. You got men to be afraid. Not afraid of you. They're afraid of the lawsuit and the fake harassment complaint. That's what they're afraid of. Call it the Pence effect after U.S. Vice President Mike Pence, who said he avoids dining alone with women other than his wife. And finance, the overarching impact can be, in essence, gender segregation. This is like a girl who shot herself in the arm and it's like, hey, the bullet was put here by men. No, you pulled the trigger. Interviews with more than 30 senior executives suggest many are spooked by the Me Too and struggle to cope. It's creating a sense of walking on eggshells, said David Bahnsen, a former managing director at Morgan Stanley, who's now an independent advisor overseeing $1.5 billion. You girls better go sue him. Hunt that fucker down. Prove him right. Prove his fears and concerns right. Go hunt him down. Strike him up. Crucify him. This is hardly a single industry phenomenon, as men across the country check their behavior at work to protect themselves in the face of what they consider unreasonable political correctness, or to simply do the right thing. How about we want to ask you out on a date? Oh my God. Did you know that men want to have sex with women and maybe they might ask women out at work? Did you know that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Men want to stick their penis within your vagina. Did you know that? Oh, the patriarchy. Oh, the sin. Oh my God. The upshot is forceful on Wall Street where women are scarce in the upper ranks. Yeah, because you women don't want to get your fucking certifications. You don't want to go and be quants. You don't want to be econometricians. I got a kid. Now I'm going to bail out. The industry has long nurtured a culture that keeps harassment complaints out of the courts and public eye. I don't know that, Mr. Whoever wrote this article. And has so far avoided a mega scandal like the one that is Gulf Harry Weinstein. Real loss. Now, more than a year into the Me Too movement, with its devastating revelations of harassment and abuse in Hollywood, Silicon Valley, and beyond, Wall Street risks becoming more of a boys' club rather than less of one. Well, okay. You're not going to find any guy who wants you to suffer unacceptably at work. We don't want, but you girls have been so pampered. I even remember reading in the book, The Pence Principle, where there was an IT guy, and I think maybe he asked a girl out on a date, or maybe it wasn't even that. No, he got donuts. He got donuts with the girl. And she was, and she filed a complaint because she felt uncomfortable. That was he didn't do anything. Oh, women are grasping for ideas on how to deal with it because it's affecting our careers, said Karen Alinsky, president of Financial Women's Association and a senior vice president at Wells Fargo. It's a real loss. Yeah, well, maybe all the women empowerment shit and rah women and women this and women that, empowerment of women. I have the answers. I guess I'm more amazed and cutified. I find it very cute. I find it endearing. I find it charming. I find it precious, to quote Joe Souchere, that women are shocked to find gambling's going on in here. That stars the woman, Ingrid Bergman, who was a very average-looking woman in Hollywood back in the day. There's a danger, too, for companies that fail to squash the isolating backlash and don't take steps to have top managers be open about the issue and make it safe for everyone to discuss it, said Stefan Zweig, an employment attorney at Ford Harrison. If men avoid working or traveling with women alone or stop mentoring women for fear of being accused of sexual harassment, he said, those men are going to back out of a sexual harassment complaint or right into a sex discrimination complaint. I hang on. If men avoid working or traveling with women alone or stop mentoring. Why do we have to mentor women? I'm sorry. Women are equal. That means you don't need us. This mentor her bullshit. No. Strong, independent woman don't need no man, fish, bicycle trademark. You don't need us. You can simply take over. Go, do. I'm sorry. In today's world, I wouldn't mentor a woman. I just wouldn't. What would I mentor her in? I don't know. Hey, here's how you be an asshole. First, grow a penis. All right. Now be very angry. Those men are going to back out of sexual harassment complaint and right into a sex discrimination complaint. No, they're not. Their action is to avoid both a sexual harassment complaint and a sex discrimination complaint because they want to protect themselves. I'm sorry, you leftists have painted yourself into a corner. You went with this rabid victimhood policy, and now men are just avoiding women. You can't say it's sex discrimination. You can't say that anymore. We are avoiding women. They're avoiding women because they don't want to harass them. They don't want a sexual harassment or sex discrimination complaint. And you're saying men like, hey, leave them alone. Oh, that's discrimination. Fuck you. Fuck you. Channeling Pence. Well, the new personal codes for dealing with Me Too have only just begun to ripple. The shift is already palpable, according to the people interviewed who declined to be named. I wonder why they declined. They work for hedge funds, law firms, banks, private equity firms, and investment management firms. For obvious reasons, few will openly talk about the issue. Yeah, because you women have made it a witch hunt. So congratulations. Privately, though, many of the men interviewed acknowledged their channeling Pence, saying how uneasy they are about being alone with female colleagues, particularly youthful, attractive ones, fearful of the rumor mill or of, as one put it, the potential liability. Yeah. The manager in infrastructure investing said he won't meet with female employees in rooms without windows anymore. He also keeps his distance in elevators. A late 40-something in private equity said he has a new rule established on the advice of his wife, an attorney. The women are even protecting their own. Even the women know it. No business dinner with women 35 or younger. What's her name? Lacey Ford, she wasn't 35. This is not younger chicks. This has the baby boomers' fingerprints all over it. That's where the origins, that's where the genetics come from. You guys started this back in the 60s and 70s. I wouldn't even worry about 30. Now, of course, younger, you got to worry about, oh my God, a guy hit on me. Holy shit, what a crisis. A guy propositioned me. Oh my God, let's call the fucking get the UN Human Rights Commission. A guy wanted to have sex with you? Holy shit. What's next? Guy's got to drink to survive? Maybe he wants to eat meat for a living. Whoa, my God. Holy cow. The changes can be subtle but insidious, with a woman, say, excluded from casual after-work drinks, leaving male colleagues to bond, or having what should be a private meeting with a boss with doors left wide open. No. You girls wanted this. Now it's all open. This is very transparent now. I do not blame any man at all. After what you guys put Kavanaugh through, every guy should be recording every. And you girls, you know what? You got your Orwellian nightmare dream come true. I don't know if you want to masturbate to it or not, or have success, but men don't trust women. Too bad for freaking you. And that genie ain't putting back in the bottle. No. Nope. You girls wanted it. Now you got it. Now you get to pay with the consequence. And what I love about this is it's not like, where have all the good men gone? I want a chivalrous male, and they can still complain, and maybe you'll get some dopey white knight. They'll kind of placate women, let them have their cake and eat it too. Nope, not in this case. Nope, you do not get to have your cake and eat it too, which I never understood. It's like, well, if it's your cake, shouldn't you be able to eat it too? So I don't know what that saying means on a literal level. But too bad. Too bad. A minority of women, not a small minority, I'd say either, but a minority of women has made it that you are too much of a liability to deal with on a business level. And so what men are going to do is they're going to record, They're not going to, there's no private meetings, none. There will be a representative. I remember a guy, now this is 10 years ago, but he was on, him and this other gal, they were both employed by the same company. They went on business trips together. And I was like, I wouldn't go. No, I don't care who she is. I'm not good. And you know what, guys? You have every right. You have every right now to say, I'm not going on a business. I'm not traveling alone with a woman. Nope. Nope. No, separate hotels. No, I'm not. We're not having the same car. No, we are not. I am not going to, never. Now, I've never been in this situation because I've never lasted too long in a company to, but what I've heard, oh, no. Especially with this victimhood mentality that women have been brainwashed. I understand the 35 and younger in that one. But no. Can I say no enough? You get the impression I said no? Not that hard. On Wall Street as elsewhere, reactions to Me Too can smack of paranoia. No, it's not paranoia. No. What Kavanaugh went through was not paranoia. That was very real. That was very real. And if you remember 20 years before that, 30, however long ago it was the Clarence Thomas nomination. Nope. This is not paranoia. This is 100. Wait. Is it paranoia to worry about your career and your finances and your life and your wife and your kids? Is that paranoia? Particularly given the industry's history of protecting its biggest revenue generators. Some men have voiced concerns to me that false accusation is what they fear. No, really? Said Zweig, the lawyer. These men fear what they cannot control. Yeah, that's rational fear. I don't fear what I can control. I fear what I don't control. That absolutely. There are as many or more men who are responding in quite different ways. One, an investment advisor who manages about 100 employees, says he briefly reconsidered having one-on-one meetings with junior women. He thought about leaving his office door open or inviting a third person into the room. Finally ended on the decision, just try not to be an asshole. Oh, because that worked with Kavanaugh, right? Wasn't he an Eagle Scout? Wasn't he like Mr. Perfect? And then somebody just came up with a false accusation 36 years later. I love how the writer on Bloomberg, hey, just try not to be an asshole. What is an asshole? Is that a guy? Is asking women out? I am so beyond, like, look, if it was up to me, I think guys should be able to ask out women anytime they want. Because you women certainly aren't fucking going to do it. That's not going to happen. Oh, women asking men out, like, God almighty, that would be the one number thing I'd say that would be equality, when you actually had the balls and the courage to ask men out. And God bless the few of you women that do. God bless you. But I like how they make it so simple. Just try not to be an asshole. It's like, yeah, what if you're the nicest, sweetest guy ever and you still get fucking Kavanaugh? That's pretty much the bottom line, said Ron Biscardi, Chief Executive Officer of Context Capital Partners. It's really not that hard. In January, as Me Too was gathering momentum, Biscardi did away with the late night open bar gathering. Wait a minute, wait. Biscardi, you just said that, like, hey, it's really not that hard. So then why are you canceling the late night drinks? What's going on here, Biscardi? I love it how there's like this is after the fact, this is after, like, where you separate business from pleasure. Like, when you clock out, you clock out. You don't go to any company parties. You don't go to company nightclubs. No, you just don't. In January, as the Me Too gathering was gathering momentum, Biscardi did away with the late night open bar gathering he hosted for years in his penthouse suite during Context Capital's annual conference at the Fontainebleau, Miami Beach. You think? Wait. I thought it was just not being an asshole, Biscardi. I thought all we had to do was not be a dumbass, and that would protect us. Why are you getting rid of this party? Given the fact that women are in the minority at our events, we want to make sure that the environment is always welcoming and comfortable. That's why you remove the environment? There's no more environment. We felt that eliminating the after party was necessary to remain consistent with that goal. You destroyed the environment. There's no more environment left. We want to make sure the environment is always welcoming and comfortable. We felt after eliminating after party was necessary to remain consistent with the goal. We want that boat to be there. That's why we had to sink it, to be safe so no one would drown. What's the point of going on the fucking boat then? In this charged environment, the question is how the response to Me Too might actually end up hurting women's progress. Yes, because it's all about women's progress. Fuck men's progress or regular progress for society. Given the male dominance of Wall Street type of jobs, no, it's called STEM and math. One of the most pressing consequences for women is the loss of male mentors who can help them climb the ladder. Women don't need men. That is a sexist admission of defeat. You women don't need male mentors. You just have to lean in. Didn't you read Sheryl Sandberg's book? You just lean in and be born to a very wealthy Jewish family that had connections in politics. And I think Sheryl Sandberg worked for the Clinton administration. Just be like me. Be born rich and connected. There aren't enough women in senior positions to bring along the next generation all by themselves, said Lisa Kaufman. Hey, Lisa, maybe women just want to be mothers. Did that occur to you? Chief Executive Officer of LaSalle Securities. Advancement typically requires that someone at the senior level knows your work gives you opportunities and is willing. No, there is no give. You women take. There is no give. Do not act like women are inferior. You should be ashamed of yourself, Lisa. Women are equal to men. They do not need to ask permission. You just start up your own company. Gives you opportunities, is willing to champion you within the firm. This is a serious question. How can women claim to be equal, especially the feminists, but then they need handouts and hand-me-ups and legs-ups with the mentoring? That I've never understood that mentor her. That's like an admission of defeat. That's like, well, we need men. Well, I thought you said you didn't need men. Fish bicycle trademark. Now, why do you need men now? Because it's sexist and it's patriarchal, it's privileged, it's institutional. All right, never mind. It's hard for a relationship like that to develop if the senior person is unwilling to spend one-on-one time with a more junior person. I've never had a boss spend one-on-one time with me. Never. Men have to step up, she said, and not let fear be the barrier. No, we have every right. We have every right to avoid. We have every right not to mentor you. Oh, there's Rita. Rita, baby. Oh, and Quist. Oh, Quist Media 2020 donated $1. Thanks, sweetheart. She didn't say anything. Just donated money, which is fine. Rita, sweetheart, the mother of the Older Brother podcast and the Clary podcast. Rita Bradford. Working for yourself is the only way to go. God bless you, Rita. Yes, that is true. I bet you Rita would have some pretty good truth bombs. You get these non-leftist chicks that, motherly, still love men. I bet you she'd give us some advice here. All right. So that was one article. Let me get to the next one. Maybe you know what? I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll do that. Hang on. I'll see you guys in a second. Love podcasting. I remember in radio. You guys don't remember in radio. You weren't in radio. I was in radio for like 6 months. And they're always worried about the schedule and everything had to be. And now you don't have to worry about it. It's not a thing anymore. It's just like, yeah, I'm going to go take a piss. See you fuckers later. All right. Oh, Lena Dunham. Let's look her up. Hang on. Let me get to the site. There are two articles related to Me Too and all you gals. The last podcast that we had with me and Chad yesterday was predominantly about dating. And a lot of people are like, why is the focus on women? Why is it always about, because that's where men's most of their effort goes to. Most men want women. That's where, and that's therefore, since we produce most of the shit and create all the crap, and I don't care how bad that hurts your feelings because it's true, that ultimately determines economics. But I too am kind of getting tired of it. But Matt, my God, the only thing to talk about in terms of just how stupid society is how delusional women are about their expectations in the real world. And so here's where'd it go? Lena Dunham, senior living. There are two articles about Lena Dunham, and I don't really care. Got the Punch, powerful male authors, rise and reign of unruly women. I thought there was an article about Lena Dunham. I should have looked it up first. She was complaining about living alone. She says she's 6 months sober. Congratulations, I guess. I guess that is. You should not say it. Leave Lena Dunham alone, the Huffington Post. There was an article about her living alone, senior living. Hang on. No, it's not there. She's just she is the typical American woman today. You want a poster child for an American woman, younger-ish. She's in her 30s. She's overweight by about 15 to 20 pounds. She's not mentionable. She's not cute. There's the tattoos. I don't need to read Vogue. The article was about her having to live on her own, and she wanted to move out of a senior living facility because it reminded her too depressingly about her real life or something like that. Because the career is uber alles, right, gals? That was the larger point. It could be, there were two articles about Lena Dunham, and they were as bright as the sun could be on a clear day as to how much you girls have swallowed the propaganda and like, oh yeah, everything's about our career and education. Everything's about the career and education. It's like, oh really? Is it? Is it? Because here's a gal who has a career in education, not to mention rich parents. Like, here's your canary that went down the coal mine and it's already dying, probably contemplating suicide on a daily basis, because I sure the fuck would if I was her. And then you all go get so sad. And then you all like, oh, I should have had kids. I should have fallen in love. Like, really? Really? No kidding. Having kids and falling in love, you mean that's better than commuting and going to a job? All right. Let's go. Let's see. Do we got any more super chats? No, we don't. We don't. All right. That may be it. I don't know. Just want to chat a little bit on the Clary podcast here. What else we got? Oh, mom fakes daughter's death. I wanted to get this one. See if you guys can figure this one out. From WTSP.com, Shazam! No, I didn't ask you to play that. I did not ask you to play that. This is in Ferguson, Missouri. You know, where all the nice shit happens. Mom fakes daughter's death, holds a memorial service in Ferguson. Because Because, like, why get a job or actually produce something of value or have your own agency? Fake your daughter's death so that you got, like, the little tingles here for a couple 48-hour period. Ferguson, Missouri, a woman says her mother held a celebration of life to mourn her death. The only thing is that she was very much alive. They had pictures of me blown up into posters that said, "Rest in peace, Brittany." Let me interrupt myself right here, right now. What if, you know how like women marry themselves or they marry their dog or they marry themselves to the state or whatever they're marrying. What if people actually started, I think this is going to happen. People actually started having their own funerals just so they could get attention. You think that's going to happen? Because like, and the rationale, the logic will be, well, I want everybody to appreciate me while I'm alive. So I'm going to have my pre-funeral. That's what's going to, there's going to be pre-funerals. You girls are marrying yourselves, you're marrying your dogs, you're marrying your cats. The next thing is going to be purely a strictly female affair. I don't say no guys getting into this. They're going to have their own pre-funeral. And the logic is way too easily solvable. Maybe that's what I should do. Operation Evil should get into women having their own pre-funeral. For $10,000, we'll have like a guy and the money and this and that, and you can have like your own pre-funeral. Everyone will tell you about how great you were and what a wonderful person you were. Just for $10,000, we'll have a metaphorical burying. It said, "Rest in peace, Brittany." And my aunt eventually had obtained one of the obituaries and sent pictures of it. It said Brittany Johnson Webster, because those hyphenated names are really an indication of future familial success. This obituary says Brittany finished her story on October 27th, 2018. She was called to meet all the loving animal babies on the other side of the rainbow. Fur babies. The great one himself talks about that. Like I said, guys, I skim them. I skim the articles. I don't read them so that when this hits, I'm kind of like, really? I was kind of stunned. It was a whole rush of emotions, said Johnson Webster. She said she lives nearly 3 hours away from where her mother held her memorial service. This is the type of ma that opens up credit cards with your social security number. Yes, black community. Yes. Problem. Major problem. My brother actually died, and here's my mom faking my death. I was upset. I was angry, but more than anything, I was sad, she said. The memorial service was held at Ferguson Heights Church of Christ on November 10th, 2018. Don't they kind of, I'm no pastor or priest, but wouldn't the reverend need to like have a body? Like there's the wake or the memorial, or do you just go to the church and like, hey, Reverend so-and-so, my daughter died. Like, oh, no body. I don't care. Let's have a memorial, sir. Although I guess that would be beyond the pale to lie about it. So I can't imagine a preacher or a pastor would have doubts. Why would you say your daughter's? Oh, because you're an attention whore. You love yourself more than your daughter. Complete with solo remarks and a repast, the church's representative said they had no idea the service was a sham. She claimed I died in a car accident, and the next day someone had pulled out in front of me, and I slammed on my brakes and spun out 3 times, and all I could think was, I'm going to die. My mom speaking my death into existence, said Johnson Webster. Brittany, who was raised by her grandparents. Of course! Because of course! Fuck the nuclear family. The government checks and the grandparents raising you and the hyphenated names. These feminists, they knew better in the 60s. Brittany, who was raised by her grandparents, said she believes her mother's motivation was greed. No. I apologize for her action. I'm not picking on Brittany. Poor Brittany, this poor woman. She doesn't deserve any of this, but I mean, are we going to repeat it the next generation's on? Are we? Are we? I apologize for her actions. It's messed up, but she ended up scamming you guys out of some money. Yes, she did. Just trying to make you feel bad. Kind of like, what's her name? Blasey Ford with her $400,000 GoFundMe campaign. Brittany took her frustration to her mother, who she said has a history of drug abuse. Well, that doesn't prevent people from fucking. What's wrong with you? You faked my death. But she hasn't even looked at the message or anything, said Johnson Webster. She got her fix. She got her fix. She got attention and money. She said after all this, what scares her the most is that she has no idea where her mother is. She said she fears for her safety and is asking anyone who may know where she is to contact Ferguson police because they don't have more important shit to do than this. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Rita Bradford donates another $5. Did you hear about the white scientist at Columbia University who got caught on camera saying he loves white people? What? I don't get that. Is that one, Rita? Is that one of those deals where something that truly is not newsworthy? I mean, okay, guy says he likes white people. You know, a guy named Bill wears red shirt in Columbus, Ohio. News at 11. Is it because it was white people that this made the news? Hang on. Let's check this out. It's one of those things where the news is the news, not what the news is about is what the news is about. As if Bing would work. Bing, I'm trying to use it because I don't like Google, but I guess I'm going to have to use Google. Columbia professor love white people because we shouldn't love white people. Columbia student shouts, I love white people in video. Literally, no, that's what I'm saying. How is this news? What? This is the title. This is the title. Columbia student shouts, I love white people in video. Well, I could. Aaron Clary takes piss in backyard, doesn't use toilet. What? Why is this news? Columbia University condemns white undergrad's racist rant. Oh, God, do I even want to bother reading this? White Columbia. You know what I should do? Should I read it where we switch out black for white on this one? Huh? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Watch Columbia student shouts, I love black people in video. A black Columbia University student went on a racist rant Sunday morning shouting, black people are the best thing to happen in the world at a group of primarily white underclassmen, the Columbia Spectator reported. I don't know how. Okay, so dipshit white racist guy yells things at black people. That's what really happened. I don't care about this. I so don't. Yes, 320 million people. Yes, there's going to be some idiots. We are so amazing. I love myself. I love my people. Fuck yeah, black people. Sophomore Julian Vaughn Abele shouted, following students from Butler Library entering a dining spot at 4 a.m. Hey, you think maybe there was some booze involved? Late last month, swastikas, an anti-Semitic slur, were spray painted in the office of a Jewish professor who writes often about the Holocaust. I don't know. That's not acceptable, but it's just, you're taking one separate event and another separate. Stupid, dumbass people do stupid, dumbass shit. Coincidentally, at the same place within a year of each other. News at 12. What? The episode was captured on video and has amassed over 1.7 million views, according to New York Daily News. It shows Abel raising his arm, yelling about how Africans built the modern world. He continued, I don't hate other people. I just love black men. I'm, of course, switching it out. So far, it's I don't know if you can call that racist. I guess it is racial. Passerbys were visibly uncomfortable with someone off screen saying, oh, God. Okay, yeah, dipshit kid does dipshit stuff. News at 11. I don't, don't we have more important shit? Let me point this out. Women falsely accusing you of sexual harassment to the point it impairs our economy because you can no longer work with half the population functionally. That's a big issue to me. That's kind of important, you know? Believe women where you're guilty until proven innocent. That has much more serious ramifications for us as a people, regardless of your color or what your plumbing is downstairs, then crazy white guy rambles off drunk shit at 4 a.m. I don't know how that makes news. But again, the real news story is not that that's the news. It's what the news is about that is the news. Hey, Aaron Clary, if you looked at the pics of the spray painted swastikas, they very intentionally avoided the picture frames, damaged nothing at all. Does this make you? I don't care. Look, that happens once a year at least. Some dipshit kid goes sprays swastikas because they know they're going to get a rise out of the Jews. That's it, because it's going to, look what I did. I made the news. Nobody's lining the Jews up at the cattle cars in the United States. We're not. We're a very free nation, sort of. You're allowed to practice your religion here. I can't get, I just can't. I can't get excited about, stupid person says stupid thing. News at 11. I can't care any less about it. Did Clary talk about Jews yet? Yes, we've talked about Jews. Rita writes, I care because he got crucified for just loving his own people. It's not... He should be able to say, look, you can't have white pride. You're going to have black pride. You're going to have Hispanic pride. You're going to have Asian pride, but you can't have white pride because that then is like supremacy, which there is actually a delineated difference. But because of the history of the United States and context and, white being a majority population, the context is if any time you white pride, well, that then immediately becomes white supremacy or racism. But no, there should absolutely be a white pride. I mean, think about it. You have Black History Month. I think it's February. Where tragically they celebrate, I don't want to say the worst. It's not the worst. They celebrate boring heroes. Bass Reeves. I've talked about this before, but hang on. Is it Bass Reeves or Bass Reeves? Bass Reeves. So like when you have Black History Month, it's always leftist liberal arts type of people, poets, activists, 70s and 60s activists that you don't know because they're just like masturbating to themselves. Bass Reeves, he's a badass. Bass Reeves. Oh, they're making a movie? Yeah, here's Bass Reeves, first Black deputy U.S. Marshal west of the Mississippi River. He worked mostly in Arkansas and Oklahoma Territory during his long career, was credited with arresting more than 3,000 felons. He shot and killed 14 outlaws in self-defense. Here's a badass. Here's who should be fucking Black History Month. Shit, you get white people tuning into this shit too. I mean, Bass Reeves was a badass. And then what was the name of the slave who ran away and then commandeered a Confederate ship and then went and fought for the Union? I mean, but they're never in Black History Month. Never, because they're not socialists. They're actual individualist capitalists, but we can't let that fucking go in there. But, those people are celebrating. Wait, are they going to make a movie? Bass Reeves movie. Hang on. That would be cool. Bass Reeves movie. Wait, there already is a movie out, 2010. How did they fuck this up? Oh, are you kidding me? This is like some C-listed, a drama based on the life of Bass Reeves, the first African-American United States Deputy Marshal. They should have. Oh, they should have got... Okay, where are you, leftist Hollywood? Where are you? Is this too much of a man? Too much of a capitalist, freedom-fighting, real masculine man with too much testosterone, a real set of balls? You couldn't make a movie? You couldn't drop $100 grand on this guy's movie? What's the fucking... there was the slave guy. Are you guys in the chat room? You guys know the guy I'm talking about. Hang on. What's the name of... Seems like distraction. Go Moncreta. Body Bob. What's the name of the slave? You guys... slave commandeered Confederate ship. And he went and ran for Congress. Robert Smalls? I think it's Robert Smalls. Is this the guy? Is this another movie Hollywood ain't going to make? Yeah, here he is, Robert Smalls. Party Republican. Oh, surprise, surprise. Robert Smalls, born 1839, died 1950, and was a enslaved African-American who escaped to freedom and became a ship's pilot, sea captain, and politician. He freed himself, his crew, and their families from slavery during the American Civil War by commandeering a Confederate transport ship, the CSS Planter, in Charleston Harbor, May 13th, 1862, and sailing it from Confederate-controlled waters to U.S. blockade. His example of persuasion helped convince President Abraham Lincoln to accept African-American soldiers into the Union Army and the Navy. Smalls was born in Beaufort, South Carolina, American Civil War, blah, blah, blah. Small was the last Republican to represent. Oh, my God, really? He founded the Republican Party of South Carolina. Smalls was the last Republican to represent South Carolina's 5th Congressional District until 2010. Oh, okay, so somebody else came in. Yeah, you're not going to see him on African-American History Month, are you? Because he was a Republican. We can't have that fucking independent-minded shit happening. How dare we have masculine men with balls and testosterone? Oh, all right. I think that's it. I need to vent a little bit. That's it for the Clary podcast. Whatever I called it. I want to do the, let's do Arrowhead Watch. Let's get some sponsors out of the way. ArrowheadWatchBoxes.com. Go there. Get yourself some nice watch boxes for the watches that you may own. InDemandCareer.com. If you don't want to go to college because you're smarter than the average college student, which is not that hard nowadays, go to InDemandCareer.com and take Seth Himes' career classes on digital marketing. I mean, make some money without having to spend $80,000. Shit. A friend of mine, their daughter or son wants to go to, no, it has to be a daughter. I think it's an all-girls school. Lawrence University in Appleton. $65,000 a year. Go fuck yourselves. Ridge Wallet. RidgeWallet.com. Get yourself a nice RFID compliant wallet. And the complications of a large penis. What was that, Aaron? The complications of a large penis. You can find that on Amazon.com. It is a spoof book. There are no, there's no words or letters. It's just got a cover where it says the complications of a large penis. You put that over on your coffee table, and then people look at that and they laugh, and it's a conversation starter. A good gag gift for this winter. OrionsColdFire.com. Barack Obama is afraid of Cheryl Atkinson. You can find that on Amazon.com as well. A documentation of all of Obama's erroneous follies and wrongdoing. AcademicComposition.com. Our good friend Alex, you could go to academiccomposition.com. If you're looking for a job, you want to write papers for other people who don't want to write the papers themselves, academiccomposition.com. And if you want to hire other people to write papers for you because you don't want to write the paper yourself, you go to academiccomposition.com. Olderbrother.com. Check that out. What else we got? TJ Martinell. He's got some good podcasts. He had a couple good podcasts going on recently. Was binging on his pod because it's been a crappy, cloudy, lousy day. It's just been a day where you stay in. It's just been miserable. There's no reason to go out. So I've been listening to podcasts, of which tjmartinell.com you can find there. You can also check out our good friend Rich Cooper, O'Shea Jackson, Kerry Lutz, Silvio Canto. Type these guys in. If you're bored of listening to me, they'll give you, like, Silvio's got the Latino thing going on. O'Shea Jackson is the only black guy who's getting a degree in medicine, becoming a doctor in Poland. Him alone is just funny. Is Rich Cooper, he's that bald fuck over in Canada. Who else? I got the list here. Where we got? Oh, Dr. Perodin, safetyphd.com, Michael Kingswood, Economic Invincibility, Small Scale Life, World Class Bullshitters, all those guys. And JimFair138.blogspot.com. JimFair138.blogspot.com. Spelled the way it sounds. And there you go. All right. We're done. Where did the thing go? Here it is. See you guys later. Toodles.